Hello you guys, how are you? I hope you're staying healthy. So today I'm excited because we are going to talk about Milia. You know these pesky little beggars that form on your skin and you're like that. What is that little white bump? Where did that come from? They seem to just appear spontaneously and they can last for months. What is that all about? So if you want to know, I'm going to tell you here right now in this video. Before I go on, my name is Joanie. Welcome to my channel, Joanie Loves. Please could you hit that subscribe button and that bell? That would be so cool. Trying hard to grow my YouTube channel and every little bit helps. So thank you for that. So what are Milia? Milia are little tiny keratin filled cysts that form on the outer surface layer of your skin. And the clue is keratin here. I know you've heard of keratin because it's what makes your hair, your nails, and it makes the skin. It's a protein. A little pocket of keratin just fills up underneath the skin, and it usually happens where the skin isn't getting shed easily, where you've got a sluggish skin cell turnover. And that's a clue of how to treat it. Very common underneath this area. But you also can get Milia on the forehead, across the nose, on the cheeks, on the chest and on the back area. Don't get confused between Milia and whiteheads, okay? So here's the difference. So a whitehead happens, it's called a closed comedone, and you know, you get a blackhead, and what happens is you've got a follicle here, a pore, and you've got attached to that a sebaceous gland. The oil comes up to the surface and you've got a little bit excess oil, and the oil will react with the air and it will turn it black and you get a blackhead. Okay, and the other one is when the oil comes up the surface. No, the sebaceous gland in producing oil is great because that's to moisturize and hydrate your hair. I need some, don't I? And also the outside surface of your layer. So sebum's great, your own natural oil. It's to help form the acid mantle, the protective layer, the protective barrier that you've got. If that comes up and there's dead skin cells blocking the surface of the hair follicle, then the sebum will come up and it pushes up, but it forms like a whitehead. Okay, so whiteheads all to do with sebum and your own oil production and excess oil production. Okay, but keratin is what forms the skin, this protein, and that is what forms a milia cyst. Okay, so tiny little white cysts filled with keratin. Very different, and they're nothing to do with the hair follicle, nothing to do with that. They form the outer surface layer of the skin. How to prevent Milia? Double cleanse! You know, I love that term, double cleanse. Remember, the first cleanse always to take the makeup off, the dirt and bacteria, the day's dirt and grime, and the second cleanse at night really helps to get your skin really ready for really to repair and rejuvenate itself during the night when you're sleeping. Okay, so a good thing to think about is chemical exfoliant cleanser. Okay, so a cleanser containing alpha hydroxy acid like glycolic acid, lactic acid, mandelic acid. Thinking about using a cleanser like that if you are prone to Milia, even one with salicylic acid. These are great. So using a cleanser like that, and again, massaging it in, taking time at night. It's your time, remember, your time at night to cleanse. Taking time to get that makeup off, and then second cleanse, taking time to massage. And then always, I like doing this, especially if you're prone to Milia, using a face cloth rinsed out in lukewarm water to take the cleanser off. Now, that acts like an exfoliator too. The key is we want to speed up the cell renewal to prevent you getting Milia, and this is what I'm talking about, using a chemical exfoliant cleanser and using the face cloth to help it along. Number 2, avoid oily eye makeup removers. This is why I'm not keen on oily eye makeup removers, and I'll put some products for you to consider in the description below that will help if you've got Milia. But oily eye makeup removers leave a residue on your skin. Think about that, they do, and that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to leave any oil on the surface, especially underneath the eye area where you will get Milia, right? So it acts like an occlusive, blocking the skin, and you don't want that. Next, choose a light eye cream. So this is the other thing. Say you're putting on your eye cream, remember ring finger, split pea size, that's why I keep going on, don't overdo the eye cream, just a split pea size, and you're tapping it into the eye area. Okay, if you look at it, Does it look oily? Is it shiny? Your eye cream. Have a look and see if it is. It's maybe too rich for your skin there. Probably is if you're getting Milia. Okay, so always looking at that. Looking at the eye cream, that it's not too rich. Next one, exfoliate. Even if you've got them on the bone area here, I don't mind you using a scrub. So using a fine scrub. And how to choose a scrub, you know, and I'm not thinking about like the Buff Puff idea or that is an apricot scrub that would make your skin go bright pink. No, 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 no. Okay, using a nice gentle scrub that's got like jojoba beads in it, something that's gentle, and you don't need to, if it's a good scrub, okay, meaning if it's got the right beads in it, that will do the exfoliation, that will help knock and soften the dead skin off the milia, and it will help the milia to come off themselves. The cleanser will do that with the glycolic cleanser that helps shed dead skin, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to soften up that little bump, soften it up to open it up so that the milia comes out itself, right? That's what we're trying to do without any bad stuff happening. What else? Retinol. You know I love a retinol. Retinol, always thinking though, be careful with retinol. Use a retinol very, very safely. Retinol can dry your skin up. And this is a funny thing, but if you get really dry skin, you can still be prone to milia. It is funny that, but you can be, so we don't want to dry the skin up. So when you're starting using a retinol, take it slowly and use twice a week for a couple of weeks, up it to 3 times a week, and then after a good month, you can then try every night, but only use retinol at night. Please be careful with that. You don't want to dry the skin up. What it's doing, retinol, okay, is it's delivering vitamin A to the skin, which is increasing cell turnover and preventing milia. Okay, so retinol is great. Avoid oil-based skincare and makeup products. Look at what you're using and cut down. No mineral oil, no petrolatum. You saw me up here if you watched this video about slugging, putting on Vaseline and sleeping with it overnight. If you're prone to milia, just be careful. Don't do that slugging technique, and don't use anything with sort of petrolatum or no liquid paraffin, that kind of thing in it. Anything that's an occlusive really blocks the skin up. An occlusive seals in everything into your skin, and you don't want to use that if you are prone to milia. One last thing, how do I treat milia in this salon? When I've got clients, and I've had a lot of milia clients recently, I don't know whether it's the mask. That mask is causing everything, isn't it? Anyway, but I have treated an awful lot of milia recently, and I use a machine, and it's called short wave diathermy. Probe with a very tiny needle attached to it. I mean, if I held it up here, you wouldn't be able to see the needle. And I go in with this very, very quickly, literally a split second in, press the probe, and it sends electric heat current that dries the milia up. Now that's a great treatment to have if you've got milia. I would advise you search out for that medical esthetician that is doing a lot of milia removal by shortwave diathermy, because it's really cool. It's over quite quick and it really doesn't cause any trauma to the skin at all. It's really, really good. The other thing to think about is chemical peels, glycolic acid chemical peel treatment. That is also good. Now I know that you can get from The Ordinary, you can get glycolic peel solution that you use a couple of times a week. I would advise to try that. You know, using that peel solution, be careful if it's under the eye. That's the only thing I would really say to you, be very careful. If you're using that peel solution, dabbing a cotton bud into it and dabbing over the milia like that, you know, onto clean skin, and then taking off very gently with maybe a cotton pad, or you know, taking off after it's been on a few minutes. Be very careful about peels near the eye area. Again, that's why I'm always going to try and push you to that qualified person first. Now, I know that some of my clients have taken milia off themselves. Right? And I'm going to say to you, if you have been taught by your esthetician or your dermatologist how to take your milia off, then what can I say? All I can say is this is at your own risk to do this. But if you are wanting to take milia off by yourself, it's at your own risk. This is what you would do. I can't believe I'm telling you how to do this. Cleanse skin really well with lukewarm water. Get this face cloth and really have hot water on it and hold it over the milia. Hold it over the milia for a good 5 minutes. You're doing everything to heat the skin up and soften the milia. It is still good to use that gentle scrub and go over it, and really all you're doing is you're softening this white milia cyst up. You're doing it really, really well, softening it up, okay, and getting as much loose skin off as possible. And then let's pretend this is a needle, okay, but you're going to hold the skin very carefully and pierce into the top of the skin where the milia is. Now, I need you to think about this. You're just going to pierce the top of the milia very, very, very carefully, just that area. Make sure you've got that ×5 mirror that you're looking, that you can see everything carefully in. And this is, remember, you've got to have everything clean and everything sterilised, and you've popped it open, and then very carefully 2 tissues at the ready, and push round and it should pop out. The milia should pop out if you're doing this very carefully, and everything's got to be sterile. Once you've done that, then clean it with some antiseptic lotion, and then you can put a dab of Savlon or antiseptic lotion on top. There's the thing. That's me told you how to do it. I can't believe I've told you how to do it. Be very careful out there, guys. Be very careful. And anybody else, please go to your esthetician that's used to doing it and get that treatment I said to you about. So I hope that was interesting for you today. Take care of yourself, and remember, thank you everyone out there for all your continued support. I love you all, and thank you for all your comments. You know that I answer them all, and it's great. I do love it. I enjoy it so much. I can't tell you. Keep asking the questions, and if you want me to do a video, mention that as well and I will get to it. So thank you very much for that. Have a great week.